Osaka, the city of okonomiyaki, takoyaki, kushikatsu, and glicoman. While we did eat all of these things while in Osaka, I mean, how could we not? We were actually here for just one man, the culinary genius, Momofuku Ando. Maybe you've heard of him? If you haven't, you've definitely heard about his contribution to this world, instant noodle. An achievement like this deserves its own museum. And guess what? That's where we were headed. The Momofuku Ando Instant Ramen Museum. But first, some history! A long time ago, 1910 to be exact, a man was born in Taiwan named Go Pek Hak. Bra bra bra, things happened, and Go moved to Japan to study economics in Osaka. After World War II, he became a Japanese citizen and changed his name to Momofuku Ando. In 1948, he founded a little salt production company called Nissin, which later became the instant noodle juggernaut that it is today. But it didn't happen right away. In the years following the war, food was scarce. The US was shipping wheat flour to help with starvation issues, so the Japanese Ministry of Health, who was probably trying to be a sesame grinder, encouraged the Japanese people to eat bread. But Japanese people don't eat bread. They want noodles. At least that's what our hero Momofuku Ando thought. Peace will come to the world when the people have enough to eat, is something he said once. Time went by, and in 1958, which is 10 years after Nissin was founded, Momofuku Ando perfected his first product, instant ramen, chicken flavor. It cost 35 yen at the time, which was really, really expensive, making it, ironically, a luxury item. But people enjoyed the convenience. Then, 13 years later in 1971, he finished his second product, cup noodle. With prices dropping and the economy getting better, he had himself a worldwide hit. Have you eaten instant ramen? What about cup noodle? Considering that 98 billion of these suckers were sold worldwide in 2009, I'm guessing that the answer is probably yes. Chances are you contributed to Momofuku's coffers. No wonder there's a museum dedicated to this man and his craft. Speaking of which, the Momofuku Ando Instant Ramen Museum is located in Ikeda, Osaka, Japan, the city where Nissin was originally founded. Just get off at Ikeda Station and walk south. It's only a few blocks away. Upon entrance, you'll be greeted by a wall of instant ramen. It's like a college student's dream. There must have been hundreds of different kinds, from standard to unique to, dare I say, fancy? Walking through this hallway is taking a stroll through time itself. With all the science that went into these, it felt like I was walking through a large hadron collider, but of ramen. It also gets you really hungry really fast, but don't worry, there's an instant ramen cafeteria we visit at the end. Spoilers! Although the museum isn't that big, you can learn all there is to know about instant noodle and its rich MSG-filled history. For example, you can stand in a replica of the shed where Ando experimented. In fact, it was here that he discovered that if you used tempura oil to flash fry the noodles, it would create tiny holes which would allow you to cook them more quickly. Instantly, if you will. From the museum, we also learned that he developed space ramen in his 90s because, and I quote, "People have to eat, no matter where they go, even in outer space." One thing you may want to consider before you go is signing up for the Make Your Own Fresh Noodles workshop. We didn't know about this, so we weren't allowed to participate. But all these Oompa Loompas looked like they were having a really good time. But for us, we had to settle for the next best thing, which is making our own custom cup noodle from not as fresh noodles. We got to design our own cup, choose our ingredients, and truly make it our own.
Original Tofugu, classic vintage.
See the creativity that went into it. It's not a blind Tofugu, that's for sure.
Trying to write block kana, because usually when I try it turns out really shitty, but I thought I'd give it another shot.
After you design your cup, you take it to the counter where you get your noodles and choose your ingredients. We all had different ideas based on our own individual personalities.
I'm gonna go strong, bold flavors. So as my soup base, I'm gonna go with curry. And so we get more toppings. I'm gonna go with cheese, kimchi, and garlic chips.
I'm a traditionalist when it comes to this sort of thing, so I'm going regular broth, pork, let's see, garlic, green onion, corn.
Like an all meat one. Like a protein heavy one, so like heavy roast pork, imitation crab, and cheese maybe.
But before you can even do this, you have to get the noodles into your cup, which is way more complicated than I thought. Apparently, the simple action of putting noodles in a cup is a huge deal. If you try to put them in from the top, they'll get stuck and screw up your entire assembly line. But if you put the noodles upside down on a conveyor belt, then drop the cup down onto the noodles, then flip everything over so it's right side up again, well, that was a cup noodle revolution right there. In fact, they couldn't stop talking about it pretty much everywhere we went. Okay, we get it already. Upside down noodles. Even in this make-your-own cup noodle area, you have to reenact this. The cup goes on top of the noodles, then you crank the crank to make your noodles right side up again.
Oh,
Ba-ba!
6 times.
Trying to show off and he broke everything.
Da-ding! Once you finally manage to get the noodles inside your cup, you get to put something inside of it. First, you choose your soup powder. Then, you choose up to 4 ingredients. After that, they seal it up for you and you have your very own personalized cup noodle, which I still have to this very day, because I think it expired a really long time ago and I think it would be dangerous to eat it. Don't think I haven't been tempted though. Because cup noodles are wrapped in a soft waterproof styrofoam material, we also made some stylish, ultra-protective carrier bubbles to make sure our precious noodles didn't get crushed. Looking good, everybody. If we were weaker men, we might have eaten our custom cup noodle right away. Instead, we made our way to the cafeteria where they serve, well, you guessed it, instant noodles. We all chose something from the vending machines, put together our masterpieces, filled our bowls with water, and waited, well, a while. Okay, a little more. I'm not quite done yet. Ding! Ah, there we go. And then finally chowed down. Maybe it was because we were looking at instant ramen all day, but wow, that particular meal, it tasted really good. Momofuku Ando moved on to the cup noodle of the sky in January 5, 2007, at the ripe old age of 96, but his legacy will live on. He attributed his long and fruitful life to playing golf and eating instant noodles, and it's said that he ate chicken-flavored instant ramen the day before he died. So everyone, raise your cup noodles into the air and make a toast to the man who made late-night anime binges a possibility. Thank you, Momofuku Ando. You will live on in the clogged arteries of our hearts.